Please rise for the singing of the national anthem led by Ms. Haley Savada.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Savada, for that resounding opening to our ceremonies. Good morning, class of 2019. And welcome to these commencement exercises of the College of Arts and Letters. My name is Robert Aguirre, and I will be your dean for the morning. Actually, it's my privilege to be the dean every morning of this great college, and I know that I speak for the entire faculty and staff of the college when I say we are delighted that you are here. We are thrilled to share with you this important event in your life and the life of this university. It is a time when the JMU family, faculty, staff, students, families, and alumni come together to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating students, to reflect on what it means to join the company of educated people, and to deliver greetings and words of advice. So I invite you to sit back and take it all in. Graduates, enjoy this special moment. This is your time. As Shakespeare put it 400 years ago, "'Twere now to be most happy." Let us begin by reflecting on the College of Arts and Letters itself. I am proud to proclaim from this dais that arts and letters is the heart and soul, the meat and marrow of this great university. Here every day, renowned and dedicated faculty, each an expert in their discipline, help students from across the university confront the world's enduring and still pertinent questions. What does it mean to be human? Who is my neighbor? How do I grasp my place in the world that is and find my way in the one that has yet to be born? As a person with a privileged education, what is my responsibility to carry this gift out into the world to make it a better place for all? Graduates assembled here today have grappled with these questions through deep, immersive encounters with the core disciplines of the modern university: history, philosophy, religion, literature, politics, justice, sociology, anthropology, foreign languages, communications. You can always count on the communications people to communicate well. Writing and media. Like Thoreau at his Walden Pond cabin, these young people have grown in fertile intellectual soil like corn in the night. Along the way, they have learned what it means to become a more informed, civically engaged citizen, to place themselves in the larger world, to separate truth from falsehood, and to understand that a life well lived means more than just earning a buck. Now, to the nervous parents in the audience, please don't panic. We here at James Madison pride ourselves on the employability of our graduates. More than any, perhaps aside from you, we want them to enjoy the manifold blessings of that great thing, the biweekly miracle. As the parent of a JMU student myself, I look forward to the day when my son can pay his own cell phone bill and perhaps even his own rent. I love him dearly, but I would really like my TV room back, please. So let me assure all who are present here that Arts and Letters graduates can look forward to a bright and prosperous future. Through their deep learning in our courses of study, these young people have acquired skills not just for tomorrow, but for a lifetime. These are the skills and aptitudes that year after year employers say they want. The ability to write and to speak with conviction and precision. The ability to tackle complex, multivariable problems. The ability to work effectively in diverse teams in an increasingly diverse world. The ability to draw connections between what they have learned in these hallowed grounds and the world beyond. The tale of the tape makes this abundantly clear. A recent survey of our graduates shows that shortly after graduation, 95% of Arts and Letters graduates are employed full-time, pursuing advanced degrees, or involved in other career-related endeavors. You will find details of this survey on our college website. Yet, by far the most important reason Arts and Letters graduates are successful lies in their mastery of that most crucial skill, the one most needed to thrive in today's world. They have learned how to learn. Their studies have equipped them with an adaptive and supple mind, one that will help them thrive not just in their first job, but their second, third, fourth, and fifth. Yes, graduates, the world of professional work is no longer best described through the metaphor of a ladder, where you put on your best suit, report to the mailroom, and trudge patiently along as you ascend the organizational hierarchy. No, the world of the professions these days is better understood as a lattice. In this world, you will move sideways and across. Your network will be critical. The nodes and connecting points may be horizontally located. Your next job may as likely come from someone your firm contracts with as from a competitor. You will ascend, but in a more zigzag and unpredictable way. As Emerson, Thoreau's friend and mentor, put it, the voyage of the best ship is a zigzag line of 100 tacks. When we invite our alums back to campus, we hear versions of this story repeatedly. The story of an unpredictable journey from placement to placement. The journey may seem asymmetrical. It is full of surprises. I like to call it the swerving, circuitous path upward. But rest assured, at a moment when you will very likely work in jobs that have not even been invented or imagined, this ability to learn how to learn will be your rock and your foundation. This is one of the greatest benefits of a high-quality liberal arts education such as you have received here. Now, let me turn at this moment to the other partner in this adventure of learning, our superb faculty. Among our greatest assets and strengths is a dedicated, student-centered, and intellectually ambitious faculty, some 269 strong in the College of Arts and Letters alone. JMU is a great university because it is possessed of a great faculty. To become a faculty member at a university such as this entails long years of rigorous study, the mastery of a discipline, the publication of original research or creative works, and the acquisition of refined skills in teaching young people. Many are called, but few are chosen. The faculty of the College of Arts and Letters garners the university's top awards, wins prestigious national prizes and honors, publishes its research in the most notable journals and with the most respected presses. They are also superb teachers, innovating every day to make sure that our students are receiving the finest education possible. None of this would be possible without them. They are in every way the spirit of the college. So at this time, I'd like to invite the faculty of the College of Arts and Letters to rise. Thank you for all you do. You may be seated. Yet another group I would like to recognize are the honor graduates of the college. These individuals are listed in your commencement program, but I want you to meet them collectively. Let us begin by recognizing a very special academic achievement. This is our outstanding student, who is a double major who has decided this morning to walk in the ceremonies of her other college, the College of Health and Behavioral Studies. We will forgive her that oversight. Her name is Nicolette Susan Schuss, and her GPA is 3.99. Now, I wonder who gave her that A-. Any one of you out there? Okay. This is a stellar accomplishment, a sign of intelligence, of course, but no doubt also of discipline and hard work. Let's have a round of applause for Nicolette. Now, JMU, like many universities across the land, preserves the ancient tradition of recognizing high academic achievement with Latin honors. Cum laude, with praise, magna cum laude, with great praise, and summa cum laude, with the highest praise. Will all students receiving these honors please rise and be recognized? You may be seated. Next, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce the members of the platform party. As I call your name, please rise. Will the audience please hold the applause until after all the names have been called? Dr. Melinda Adams, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Letters. Dr. Chris Arndt, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Letters. Dr. Jonathan Keller, Head, Department of Political Science. Dr. Gabrielle Lanier, Interim Head, Department of History. Dr. Juliana Fazione, Head, Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures, and Cultures. Dr. Liam Buckley, Interim Head, Department of Sociology and Anthropology. Dr. Tracy Zimmerman, Director, School of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication. Dr. Francis Flannery, Interim Head, Department of Philosophy and Religion. Dr. Annette Federico, Interim Head, Department of English. Dr. Gwyneth Mellinger, Director, School of Media Arts and Design. Dr. Glenn Hastet, Head, Department of Justice Studies. Dr. Eric Fife, Director, School of Communication Studies. Dr. Sean McCarthy, Faculty Commencement Speaker and Professor of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication. Mr. Tripp Hughes, distinguished alumnus of JMU, attorney at law, and special guest at today's ceremony, and Dr. Tim Miller, special guest, Vice President for Student Affairs. Please give our platform party a round of applause. We have now met and acknowledged the faculty, the platform party, and our honor graduates. I would now like to recognize another very special group. These, of course, are all those who have assisted in bringing these graduates to this point in their lives. Behind the scenes, if not exactly a village, lie parents, spouses, significant others, supportive friends, and family. In short, what the kids today call a crew. So if you have played a significant part in one of these several roles, please rise and be recognized with a round of applause. Families, friends, spouses, students, give them a rousing round of applause. You would not be here without them. I would also like to recognize all the James Madison University alumni who are in the audience. You will hear later about what it means to become a member of worldwide network of JMU Dukes. But let me say to all alumni here, we treasure your abiding support for this place. It's a large part of what makes JMU such a great university to attend and to work for. Will all alumni please rise, and will the audience join me in saying thanks for their being here today? Thank you. It's now my special pleasure to introduce the college's Carl L. Harter Teacher of the Year, awarded each year in a hard-fought competition among our very finest instructors. This year's recipient is Dr. Sean McCarthy, professor in the School of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication, who brings greetings and congratulations from the faculty. Dr. McCarthy holds his bachelor's degree from the National University of Ireland, his master's degree from Tulane University, and his PhD from the University of Texas at Austin. An expert in community engagement and digital writing studies, he has garnered national recognition for his work in these fields. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Dean Aguirre. Graduating class of 2019. It is an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you today. Let me begin with what I'm sure you've heard again and again and again and again, that you have the world ahead of you. Everybody sitting with you today is so happy for you. And we're also a little bit jealous because beginnings are always exciting. But if we're honest, we also understand that, along with the great achievement and relief of finishing your time here at JMU, you're probably more than a little nervous, right? Many of you are going to your first job. Some of you are going on to grad school. Some of you are waiting on decisions or weighing up your options while you take over your parents' basement. I know that's what I did. In fact, I did it more than once in my 20s, and there's no shame in it at all. So you've got joy, apprehension, excitement, maybe even a little terror. In other words, you're experiencing all the feels. Am I right? Yep, I'm seeing a lot of bobbing mortarboards out there. And at such a public event, wearing such brightly purple clothes, there's no pressure at all, right? What I want to do for the next few minutes is to tap into that vulnerability that you're feeling right now. I've had a few more careers than I can count, and I've moved around a lot, so you could say that I'm kind of an expert in it. I'm a rhetorician by training, but I'm also interested in how we communicate and what we communicate. And I'm especially invested in the idea of vulnerability because it isn't something that we like to reveal normally to others. After all, the traditional definition is to leave ourselves open to attack, either physically or emotionally. But what I want to chat about today is how vulnerability can and must be at the very essence of how we live, love, work, and play. And on this day of all days, I want to explore how vulnerability connects you to your authentic self, to your future, to this country, and indeed to the entire planet. As you can see, I like tidy thesis statements. You can likely tell from my accent that I'm not from Harrisonburg. I'm from Roanoke, actually. Well, no, that's not, I jest. I'm from the west of Ireland, as Dean Aguirre said. I earned my BA from what was then the University College Galway, way back in 1993. Like your parents that sit behind you, mine were beaming with pride on graduation day. They had not been to college, and I was the eldest child, so it was a big deal for all of us. Upon graduation, I traveled a lot, trying out jobs of various shapes and sizes before moving to the US to do my graduate work. Traveling after college felt natural to me because immigration is such a huge part of Irish identity. As a kid, I remember everyone returning home for the Christmas holidays from Chicago, Boston, New York, London, Birmingham, and Brisbane. For a few short weeks, the village was flooded with cash and mirth, soon to be followed by that familiar hollow emptiness when everyone had to leave for another year. For those of us who grew up during decades when immigration was rampant, Ireland and America were inseparable. We feel a deep sense of connectedness to this country and the opportunities it has afforded us. But that gratitude is intertwined with a quiet sadness when you're so far away from those who we love. I get that double feeling every time I talk to my mom on Skype. She lives in a small village where I grew up, which is called Liscannor. And here's a fun fact that some of you might have heard before. Have we all seen The Princess Bride? Of course you've all seen The Princess Bride. Do you remember the scene where they climb the Cliffs of Insanity? Well, the Cliffs of Insanity is actually a place called the Cliffs of Moher, which is where I'm from. So every year I begin my classes with, hello, my name is Sean, I'm your instructor, and I am from the Cliffs of Insanity. Sometimes my students remind me this of my yearly evaluations. Thank you for putting up with me. You know, Ireland is a very small place, smaller than the state of Virginia, and with fewer people than DC and Nova combined. It seems to have an outsized personality for a place that small, though. One could argue that it's the Guinness or the music. I hope it's not just Riverdance. But I have a pet theory that we're a particularly loud culture because we've had a long time learning how to be vulnerable. We've been emigrating for centuries, often under the direst of circumstances. So when we gathered abroad, the Irish, along with many other migrant populations, we leaned into each other, forming support networks and vibrant cultures. You see, the thing about vulnerability is that, yes, it can expose you to harm, but it's also the condition that exposes you to human connection, to love, and to community. You can't love someone without being vulnerable. You can't lead people without being vulnerable. You can't create or innovate with tapping into the side of you that admits loudly and proudly, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. And this is what interests me about vulnerability as a rhetorician. The strength that comes from exposing what you don't know rather than bulletproof arguments about what you do. Professor Brené Brown of the University of Houston has done extensive research on vulnerability, and she argues that to be vulnerable to each other is the most important step in building meaningful relationships. During a now famous TED Talk she delivered a few years back, she suggested that vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is our greatest measure of strength. So, my wish for you today is that you use my brief remarks as a chance to reorient yourselves towards vulnerability, to actually regard it as strength. Tapping into it is going to help your life, your loves, and your career. It's also going to be the single most important way you navigate your role as a citizen. I want to be clear that what I'm about to talk about next is done as someone who is in the process of gaining citizenship here in this country, and is done from the perspective of my expertise as a rhetorician and not from a party political perspective. The truth is that you are inheriting a world that is currently in turmoil, with precarious economies and an ever-widening gap between rich and poor. Far right-wing populist regimes and movements are capitalizing on this instability to shore up wealth, and in the process are inflicting serious damage on democratic institutions and individual rights. And this pernicious ideology is spreading like wildfire because it is exploiting our most important asset, our vulnerability. It recognizes that we are our greatest strength. So instead, it tricks us into being afraid of each other, afraid of losing what we have, afraid of change. The more we fear and distrust each other, the more we divide ourselves into groups that say, I'm right and you're wrong, and I have rights and you have none. Of course, the fundamental way to accomplish this is to destroy the empathetic, vulnerable connection between us. So right-wing populist movements tend to divert us towards something else, often an idealized past. As you know, Brexit, to use the technical term, is a hot mess right now. In fact, it has the potential to redivide my own country in Ireland in damaging and even violent ways. The practical benefits of Brexit are notoriously vague, but the guiding narrative is crystal clear: to return to a glorious state of isolation. And the narrative here? To make America great again. The problems with narratives such as these is that they force us to look away from each other and into some sort of abstract space. It makes debate impossible because we don't know what we're debating about. As a result, we end up shouting across each other and being diverted by alternative facts. So here's how we change that script. We take the backward-looking glance of making America great again, and we gently nudge it into the present by making America great again and again and again and again and again. Every time we lean into situations we do not control, every time we treat not knowing with an open heart and an open mind, every time we say, no matter where you are from, we are glad you are a neighbor. It is in these small moments that greatness lies. These moments will give us the strength to forge a new politics, to learn to treat ourselves and the environment with care and with respect, and to build a vibrant culture that is inclusive and daring and innovative. As I said earlier, this is not a partisan argument. This is a human plea. Disagreement is the engine of politics and, frankly, of progress. But only if we're able to see each other, hear each other, and to acknowledge the discomfort that not knowing the answer brings. It's within everybody's grasp, and it's the source of our greatest joy and our deepest responsibility. I'm telling you this, graduating class of 2019, because the generations that precede you have often been entrenched in worldviews and problem-solving strategies that are in this present moment exhausted and broken. You may not feel it right now, but if you move forward from this day, gathering together your education, an open heart, and a beginner's mindset, you will change the world. I want us to close out with a small ceremony. To be vulnerable, you have to be present. It sounds self-evident, but most of the time our heads are elsewhere, and we're so bombarded by our little pinging devices that we can barely hear ourselves think. But there's a solution to finding presence, and it's in everyone's grasp. Simply breathe. By breathing, you anchor your presence, and by being present, you are in a position to be vulnerable, and by being vulnerable, you find your strength. I've started to incorporate breathing exercises into my classes to great success because we all crave to simply present to ourselves without distraction and to remove ourselves from our busy lives. So graduating class of 2019, I want us to breathe together. If you're not already doing so, please sit in your seats with a straight back. Imagine there's a little string attached to the tassel of your mortarboard and it's gently pulling you into a nice and relaxed but upright position. Place your hands in your lap, though, since if you're around folks that you love, then feel free to hold hands. It is a special day after all. And everybody here on the quad is welcome to join in. Now, I want you to take a nice, big, deep breath. And breathing again, I would like you to do so and close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Now, for the next few breaths, I just want you to focus on the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Now focus on the sounds around you, the presence of others on the quad, the traffic. And now in your mind's eye, imagine you are floating above yourself looking down on this scene. Move slowly to the front of the stage where we sit, your teachers. The garments we wear today link us to a tradition of learning and teaching that have been passed down to us over centuries. Our training teaches us that good thinking and knowledge-making takes time and care, and we have dedicated our lives to passing on those skills and values to you. As we prepare you to enter a world that grows ever more complex, we too must adapt our strategies and pool our disciplinary knowledge and methods. Thank you for teaching us day after day and year after year to learn and be vulnerable alongside you. Now, move across the lawn in your mind's eye and settle on your family sitting behind you. No one will ever love you like your family. It's an unconditional bond so strong that it can be a love that's difficult to control at times. Sometimes we get trapped in the roles of parent and child. Now, as you transition to another stage of your life that sees you truly claiming adulthood, celebrate that deep and unshakable family bond by getting to know each other differently, not as child and parent, but as adults and friends. There's vulnerability in that too. Now bring your attention back to where you're sitting. To conclude our little ceremony, we're going to listen to a poem by Gwendolyn Brooks. Brooks was Poet Laureate of Illinois, and in 1976, she became the first African-American woman inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Letters. We have a special relationship with Brooks here in the College of Arts and Letters. In 1994, she visited Madison University as the central figure of the Furious Flower Poetry Conference, the name of which was taken from a poem of hers. Just last week, students from this college and elsewhere on campus proudly unveiled a magnificent digital archive of that conference, which honors Black poetry and the memory of Gwendolyn Brooks. The poem I'm going to read to you today is called Paul Robeson, in memory of the great singer and political activist. That time, we all heard it. That time, cool and clear, cutting across the hot grit of the day. The major voice, the adult voice, foregoing rolling river, foregoing tearful tale of bale and barge and other symptoms of an old despond. Warning, in music words, devout and large, that we are each other's harvest. We are each other's business. We are each other's magnitude and bond. Now you may open your eyes. Graduating class of 2019, it was a deep honor to talk to you today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you very much, Dr. McCarthy. I should tell friends and family that for the benefit of the graduates and their families, the university has a professional photographer who will be taking pictures of each graduate. You will be contacted by the photographer regarding the purchase of these photos. Thus, we would ask that family and friends remain in their seats during the ceremony. Now, each year we ask the faculties of the academic units of the College of Arts and Letters to choose the outstanding graduates of their disciplines to receive our special recognition at this ceremony. Choosing the recipients of these awards has been a difficult task, with the competition stiff. Announcing these awards and presenting the graduates of our programs will be the heads and directors of the departments and schools of the college. First will be Dr. Jonathan Keller, head of the Department of Political Science.
All right, it's my pleasure on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Political Science to recognize our outstanding graduates in political science, international affairs, and public policy and administration. These students are selected based on their cumulative GPA, major GPA, and overall strong academic record. Now I would like Emily Croston to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in political science. Nancy Haw to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in international affairs. And Melody Barger to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in public policy and administration for 2019. Congratulations, Emily, Nancy, and Melody. And now will our graduates please rise and come forward. While they're doing so, I want to remind all of our department's graduates and their families that you're invited to a brief alumni reception with refreshments in the Miller Hall courtyard immediately following this event. I hope to see you there. Graduates of the Department of Political Science received the BA or BS degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Scott Hammond, Professor of Political Science. Dr. Hammond.
Delaney Keefe. Jackson Hales. Catherine Diane Miller. Adriana Ann D'Amato. Aurora Mae McDonald. Marion Tan Walena Phillips. Shelby Ann Lee. Paula Tuero. David Howard Bornmeyer. Lauren Ashley Malati. Madison Code. Timothy James Keating. Joshua Tanner Melton. Ariadne Garcia. Stephanie Godinez Flores. Justin Charles Lane. Kyle Frank Chung Van Fleet. Brett Alexander King. Zachary Alexander Alvarado. Emily Rebecca Molk. Marta San Jose Marin.
Go Marty.
Gabrielle Aranza Atella. Donovan Boyd. Coleman Taylor Wells. Ryan Morrissey. John Tyler Ray. Eric William Finsky. Sabrina K. Heron. Christina Ristova Manancheva. Haley Noel Walter. Jewel Mackenzie Hurt. Darrett Letray Sharp. Tara Kina Wall. Kayla Enoch. Haley Elizabeth Minter. Alexandra Louise Wilson. Luke Nicholas Borman. Gianluca Grignoli. Foley McMahon. Hannah Leanne Faragher. Kristen Marie Marcotte. Meg William Towsey Wyatt. Madison Caitlin Feen. Samantha K. Kraus. Sydney Elizabeth Remele. Alman Almansur Osman. Patrick Lawrence Schubert. Logan Griffin McElhenney. Samuel Hewson. Connor Andrew Ray. Shane Edward Parmalee. Garrett Hans Jansen. Christopher Washburn. Luke William Robb. Zachary Connor Harris. Gabriella Rose Rondhan. Joanne Gaby Tuma. Brianna Elizabeth Megan Moore. Nancy Alexis Haw. Sydney Renee Pence. Gavin Jelnick. John Matthew Ulmer. Caitlin Nicole Gordon. Shannon Paige Solak. Ilana Michelle Terzinski. Katrina Libera. Kristen Gabrielle Betzner. Nicholas Carper Williamson. Kenneth James Kinzel Jr. Melody Ann Barger. Julian Eileen Julie. Morgan Taylor McAllister. Shannon Rochelle Shevlin. Carolyn Granger Perkins. Amanda Marie Lowry. Megan Cassidy Baker. Alexander Craig Young. Vienna Isabel Kotouche. Nicole Carolyn Harrison. Julia Grace DeCasey. Yahera Acosta Reyes. John Thomas Ollert. Joshua Andrew Timko. Nicholas Ryan Mealer. Anya Milanovic. Emily Joanne Anderson Vondersloos. Anna Eiflucht. Amanda Carolyn Peranich. Jordan Carter Henderson. Melissa Diane Corey. Gabriel Ray Terry. Elijah Swift Knopp. Nathaniel Frederick Hill. Hannah Shukran. James Nathaniel Shaver. Valerie Charlene Smith. Feroza Nura Jagori. Jared Matthew Peranio. Samir Shablak. Erin Elizabeth Pugh. Michaela Alexandra Briones. Miller Morrow. Ian Hammer McLean. Gabrielle Elizabeth Payne Young. Kara Marie Kulinen Pools. Savannah Cornell Bowen. Morgan Sidney Painley. Paula Ann Dahman. Kathleen Mary Flowers. Jessica Vivian Worrell. Joseph Tyler Evans. Jasmine Breeze Robinson. Emily Fleener. Daniel Nelson. Colleen Marie Sagaway. Paige Stewart Mood. Christopher Emery Gothard. Eric John Kaufman. Rahul Vora. James Lachlan Gilliam. Juliana Rose Heck. Vanessa Claire Simpson. Alexa Nicole Nicastro. Jenna E. Passarella. Maria Cassandra Awalt. Cormac Patrick O'Rourke. Megan Elizabeth Boyle. Lucas Kellen Hammock. Matthew John Reggie. Brittany Nicole Butler. Kevin James Dunn Steiner. Emma Catherine Adams. Sarah Jane Sophia Jagutsky. Morgan Ashley Jupe. Hannah Marie Turner. Ryan Thomas Stallman. Young Yu. Laura Renee Goldstein. Norman Morris Ellis III. Frank Smith. Alec Borner. Owen Michael Pica. Christian Scott Organ. Stephen Alexander Bradley. Jack Roosevelt Glennon. Theodore Thomas Crawley. Andrew David Clark. Jacob Scott Cunningham. Grayson Patrick Finnerty. Adam Robert Simpson. Benjamin Lloyd Seibert. Ryan McGrath. Jeremy Rutaro Duran. Isaac Mensa Yaboa. Julia Wheel Kravitz. Rachel Marie Wright. Riley Marie Tolbert. Emily Marie Croston. Tala Alshabut. Mary Takiwa Osai. Madison Nicole Hansen. Census Yinsur. Jolie Janelle Hanscom. Michael Tran. Hallie Alexandra Harrison. Nicholas Gonsa. Lauren Elizabeth Masters. Yuki Hashimoto. Karina Caitlin Kennedy Vasquez. Helen O'Shea Horn. S.J. Park. Maya Inez Romero. Peter Thaddeus Sharif. Simon Emilio Ochoa Heinzel. Gabriella Elizabeth Huelsman. Carly Crispin. Natalie Nicole Versuto. Celine Gomes. Elizabeth Cole Thomas. Lena Hamden. Heydrich Andreas Coons. Adriana Montoya. Matthew Joseph Cowgill. Catherine Alexandra Turk. Sophie Rose Hanna. Alexander Spencer Borman. Asia Woods. Matt Bowman. Matthew Jerome Sabin. Farland Ramsey. Bailey Jordan Moon. Andrew Robert Donovan. Ryan Ferguson Session. Jack Kenneth Brockman. Molly Rebecca Michaud. Yesenia Adriana Gonzalez. Braden Laws. Owen Robert Glover Joyce. Tucker Robert Kallenbach. Timothy Solomon Klein. Brooke McGloon. David Tenney Rosenblum. Cameron James Roney. Tyler Grayson Moore. Sebastian William Weinhold. Jonathan Michael Swain. Emily Michelle Nasser. Kelly Victoria Bauer.
It's my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the Department of History, to recognize our outstanding graduate. The Mary A. Jackson Award is awarded to the senior history major with the highest overall grade point average. It's designed to recognize achievement and encourage students to continue their education. Now, I would like Christopher Brian Huber to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in history for 2019. Congratulations, Christopher. And now, will our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the Department of History receive the BA degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. H. Gelfand, Associate Professor of History. Dr. Gelfand.
Thank you, Dr. Lanier. Welcome. Elizabeth Ellington Gates. Matthew Nicholas Anderson. Thomas Andrew Hindley, Jr. Zachary James Dobrin. John Stenton Budd. Daniel Justin Deem. Emily Elizabeth Toth. Maria Allison Matlock. Kendra Marie Neff. Jennifer Mary Marks. Marissa Gabrielle Triola. Good to see you. Daniel Allen Schlosser. Abigail Ann Firstling. Timothy John Horan, Jr. Emma Elizabeth Appleton. Laura Harris Vandmark. Sylvia Jones. Christian Andrew Ford. Christopher Michael Cotter. Patrick Blake Cockrell. Thomas Allen Zucker. Christopher Matthew Cusick. Kathleen Denise Olifers. Matthew Ryan Cleary. Nicholas Sook. Sang Min Kim. Jonathan Levon Nixon. Colby Evan McCarsky. Jonathan Malachi Britt. Trevor Daniel Moore. Inga Holly Gudmundson. Caroline Teresa Reardon. Lauren Elizabeth Oakes. Christopher Brian Huber. And last but not least, Kevin John Delaney. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures, and Cultures, to recognize our outstanding graduate. The criteria followed by the Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures, and Cultures is based on the student GPA and his or her outstanding performance throughout his or her career. Now I would like Nicolette Susan Chus to rise and be recognized as the Outstanding Foreign Languages, Literatures, and Culture students for 2019. Congratulations, Nicolette. She is also the Outstanding Student for the College of Arts and Letters. And now, will our graduate please rise and come forward? Graduates of the Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures, and Cultures receive the BA degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduate. The individual graduate will be recognized by Dr. Yenisei Montes de Oca, Assistant Professor of Foreign Languages, Literature, and Culture. Please, Dr. Yenisei.
Joseph Matthew Capuano. Ragma Mohamed Al-Ali. Joy Renee Thompson. Amanda Elizabeth Kelly. Madeline Powell Miller. Madison Lee Romney. Amabelis Daniel Monteagudo. Valeria Lentini. Caroline Carlson Henry. Mallory Elizabeth Orr. Emily Deanne Hatfield. Grant Delden Collip. Denise Lynn Elderly. Jordan Nicole Smith. Candace Lynette Kramer. Hannah Grace Craigton. Alexandra Whale. Deanna Lynette Parker. Judith Lorena Portillo. Gael Ramirez. Alexis Elizabeth Sigmund. Abigail Marie Stengel. Megan Ann Schaff. Cordell Dane Honrado Jr. Tomás Dean Pitts. Noah Roam Mason. Angeli Devon Schroff. Melissa Cruz Monfim. Molly Elizabeth Donahue. Emma Ann Lanny. Patricia Kennedy Schengber.
It is my great pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, to recognize our outstanding graduates. The department selects its outstanding students on the basis of three main criteria. First, excellence in research and scholarship. Second, excellence in extracurricular and civic activity. And third, their demonstrated commitment to the fields of sociology and anthropology. Now I would like Alina Pantano to rise and be recognized as the outstanding sociology student, and Rachel Vanetta to rise and be recognized as the outstanding anthropology student for 2019. Congratulations to Alina and to Rachel. And now, would our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the Department of Sociology and Anthropology receive the Bachelor of Arts degree or the Bachelor of Science degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present to you all our spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Dennis Blanton, Associate Professor of Anthropology. Dr. Blanton.
Andrew Ward Keller. Adam Christopher Nybecker. Nina Wynn Schenk. Olivia Donegan. Justin Lotz. Megan Rayner. Georgia Stevens. Selena Marie McCartney. Haley Elizabeth Schuyler Hoffman. Nicole Evelyn Renicky. Rachel Lee Greger. Kada Naomi Gurian. Lucas Manweiler. Hannah Michelle Goulet. Robert Miller Dyer. Rachel Lorene Vanata. Kayla Christine Hint. Megan Nicole Roberts. Dean Robert Bryant. Camille Larissa Colby. Brianna Marie Morgante. Megan Ann Boucher. Dixie Summer Haynes. Amber Maria Fleck. Marin Amelia Corliss. Catherine Lee Webble. Isabel Ann Marsh. Alice Tan. Alina Pantano. Raven Matisse Archer. Sophie Maylene Grace. Megan Kathleen Healy. Kathleen Lynch. Catherine Waverly Lerner. Emily Page Bollinger. Elizabeth Ann Moe. Savannah Lauren Gervais Mason. Zachary Denvert McFall. James Robert Andrew Drawdy. Ariel Scott. Robert Lee Carter Jr. Jahi Mustafa Jackson. Darius Carter. Felicia Antonetta Lawrence. Michonne Backlin. Mercedes Michonne Hanks. Deborah Charisse Ferguson. Michaela Alice Francis Alba. Gregory Michael Smetek. Abigail Francis Stevenson. Taylor Regano. Julie Renee Simon. Nathan Cobb Vaya.
It is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication, to recognize our outstanding graduate. To be chosen for this award, the student must not only demonstrate academic excellence, but also be an active and engaged citizen at the university and in the local community. Now I would like to ask Caroline Tyson Mohan to stand and be recognized as the Outstanding Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication student for 2019. Congratulations, Caroline. And now, will our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the School of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication receive the BA or BS degree. On behalf of the faculty of the school, it is my distinct pleasure to present our spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Elizabeth Gumnier, Associate Professor of Writing, Rhetoric, and Technical Communication. Dr. Gumnier.
Thank you, Dr. Zimmerman. Logan Christopher Schock. Eric Godwin Bartlett. Caroline Tyson Mohan. Brandon Stephen Zarzecki. Christopher Thomas Tramontana. Kyle Wayne Ramey. Lindsay Ann McLucas. Raven Akila Moon. Kelsey Brooke Lepore. Ashley Perna Celise. Ashley Bove. Eileen Barber. Elizabeth Mary Conover. Lee Christina Spinoza. Catherine Lee Webble. Graham Douglas Schlitz. Tyler Allen Nickel. Victoria Lee Reynolds. Nicholas Michael Piccino. Evan Anthony Latanzi. Brooke Caitlin Blaney. Madeline DiStefano. Madeline Claire Young. Karina Isabel Calderon. Sa Laberitino Tain. John Michael Young. Austin Edmund Ryder. Adam Noah Robb. Matthew Gervasi Capo. Teresa Cummings. Madison Nicole Matarazzo. Congratulations, graduates.
It is my great pleasure on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Philosophy and Religion to recognize our outstanding graduates. The outstanding graduate in philosophy is selected by the acclaim of the entire philosophy faculty for academic excellence in the pursuit of philosophy. Now I would like Caitlin Bridgeforth to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in philosophy for 2019. Congratulations, Kate. The outstanding graduate in religion is selected by the acclaim of the entire religion faculty for academic excellence in the pursuit of the academic study of religion. Now I would like Nathan McBarron to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in religion for 2019. Congratulations, Nate. And now, will our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the Philosophy and Religion Department receive the BA or BS degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Robert Brown, Professor of Religion. Dr. Brown.
DeMonte Latrice Irvin. Anna Margaret Aldridge. Sarah Baker McEvely. Jesse Asunta Caldwell. Wyatt Vincent Weston. Shamaya Joyce Francis. Nicholas Pierre Dendival Lankow. Ashley Marie Lascano. Caitlin Michelle Bridgeforth. Grace Nelson. Melody Sky Hackett.
It is my great pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the Department of English, to recognize our outstanding graduate. The Department of English considers a variety of academic factors in its selection of the outstanding graduate, with particular attention given to completed coursework and GPA in the major, as well as overall GPA. Now I would like Matthew Gervasi Capo to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in the Department of English for 2019. Congratulations, Matthew. And now will our graduates please rise and come forward. Graduates of the Department of English receive the BA degree. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Allison Fagan, Associate Professor of English. Dr. Fagan.
Jennifer Erin Lloyd. Bethany Rose Hagenbew. Michaela Marie Cope. Corinne Elizabeth Dowell. Jenna Catherine Wine. Matea Ruth Wise. Emily Oliver Randolph. Catherine Margaret Walker. Jasmine Aaliyah Kanoelani Matos. Fiona Reardon Kissiday. Arden Tennyson. Emma McLaughlin. Catherine Hall Carson. Erin Elizabeth Taylor. Erin Mackenzie Wheat. Aris Kende Catlin. Patrice Marie Splan. Caitlin Tansy McGinnis. Emma Ann Holleran. Kylie Brianna Billings. Catherine Ann Miller. Reese Renee Frazier. Cooper King. Christina Nicole Siwa Shui. Erin Elizabeth Brunk. Christopher Emerson Deeds. Catherine Elizabeth Lynch. Michaela Maricote Pierre. Allison Victoria Fry. Madison Grace Oster. Anya Escamilla. Christopher Garrett Hayslip. Spencer Ryan Still. Caroline Kelly Henry. Morgan Taylor White. Samantha Nicole Reed. Allison Lee Matthews. Megan Elizabeth Ahern. Heather Ann O'Connor.
It's my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Media Arts and Design, to recognize our outstanding graduate. SMAD faculty award this honor to a truly superior student with a high GPA and stellar record of contribution. Now I would like Abigail Mumma to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in SMAD for 2019. Congratulations, Abby. SMAD graduates, their families, and friends are invited to a reception immediately following the ceremony. SMAD faculty will meet them under the tent behind Harrison Hall. And now, will our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the School of Media Arts and Design receive the BA and BS degree. On behalf of the faculty of the school, it is my supreme pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Professor Michael Grunman, Associate Professor of SMAD. Mr. Grunman.
Charles Stokes, Emily Catherine Gaddy, Rachel Mary Tierney, Fionn Annabelle Ayer, Gabriella Michelle Baker, Erin Maria Formulac, Annie Elizabeth Voltmer, Navia Mai Higgins, Lauren Catherine Ottaviano, William Robert Kier, Josiah McClements, Delia Ann Bennett, Diane Nicole Shorter, Abigail Nicole Muma, Mary Jean Bernice Harrison, Mary Colleen Connolly, Paige Madison Gowers, Christine Abigail Liwag Ilana, Emily Robinson Perry, Evan Finley, Natalie Alana Lavery, Michelle Lee Negley, Francisco Javier Ortiz Hernandez, Daniel Robert Fritsch, Holden Michael Brofman, Thomas Max Shelton, Claire Elizabeth Downey, Donovan Troy Banks, Tessa Kennedy Lawrence, Alexander Charles Williamson. Mark Anthony Onya Marquez. Kayla Brianna Elizabeth Saunders. Carly Rebecca Mompe. Anna Grace Baratini. Jasmine Renee Tillman. Siobhan Ann Johnson. Jordan Marcus Richardson. Kayla Amari Cooper Williams. Caitlin Elizabeth Merriman. Madison Nicole Dronin. Matthew Alexander Wyrick. Blake Andrew Pace. Thomas Laban Robertson. Alexis Faye Miller. Mary Catherine Landy. Sarah Catherine Brannon. Kyle Todd Sandoff. Ingrid Grace Basheda. Kevin Michael Painter. Chelsea Maria Goodspeed. Kayla Marie Bruni. Holly Nicole Forbes. Aaron Meadows Lee. Laura Elizabeth Modica. Tristan Lou No. Abigail Rose Ortman. Taylor Ray Zabinski. Allison Kathleen Denny. Kate Yunju Wan. Quentin Donald Carr Goodwin. Taylor Jordan Guterman, otherwise known as TJ. Kaval Navaid Syed. Grace Nicole James. Sydney L. Jacksheimer. Kent Buchanan Irwin. Brooke Nicole Riley. Brianna Michelle Shiflett. Maeve Blake Dale. Chelsea Lorene Church. Madeline Nicole Parker. Heather Marie Eckstein. McKenna Grace Walsh. Hannah Marie Long. Charlotte Elizabeth Ward. Sarah Marie Willie. Dana Lee Webb. Elena Christine Russo. Christine Marie Mountain. Tyler Wyndham Owens. Caroline Jane Marney. Lisa Catherine King. Evelyn Sarah Johnston. Ellie Ann White. Carly Comido. Alethea Rachel Cox. Hannah Grace Dodd. Lindsay Ann Brockman. Anna Christine Saunders. Marissa Raquel Scholler. Rebecca Chen. Angelica Lee Johns. Alicia Fitzgerald O'Donovan. Nicole Michelle Braithwaite. Kelly Noel Vajos. Jed Hanson Hackman. John Mark Constable. Eric James Faribaugh Jr. Arthur Truman Dean III. Abigail Lauren Armbrecht. Jenna Nicole Moresco. Connor James Wylock. Sean Michael Pubbins. Megan Hovis. Molly Jolene Namiotka. Kristen Lee Whitney. Ashlyn Taylor Hostetler. Alyssa Sue-Ann Lothamer. Emily Lauren Goodnight. Eleanor Catherine Sims Drake. Catherine Elizabeth Lowry. Laura Nicole Garzili. Sabrina Moreno. Sarah Elizabeth Brown. Gabrielle Monica Benedetti. Alyssa Grace Trebitz. Laura Elizabeth Puntil. Madison Juliana Russo Bradley. Suzanne Caroline Kozak. Elizabeth Carter McGraw. Caitlin Elizabeth Farah. Cody Bermudez. Caleb Kenneth Ayers. Laura Catherine Klein. Melissa Ann Ellison. Joseph Edward Koppel. Justin Michael Bayless. William Charles Crow. Carrie James Nevins. Jack Gates Fitzpatrick, pardon me. David Alexis Ramirez. Kaylee Rose Gribben. Olivia Wynn Hauk. Erin Grace Gibbons. Kristen Noel Livingston. Michael Joseph Hackle. Paige Marie Franklin. Isabel Elaine Kerr, pardon me. Shannon Lang McCarthy. Lauren Capriel McCoy. Maggie Mackey Gall. Jamie Elizabeth Graff, pardon me. Catherine Downing. Sarah Jewel Rulon, Eleanor Britton Shippey, Stephanie Lillian Siraj, Karina Change, Josephine Marie Smith, Stephen Adderton, Jenna Grace Motley, Michael James Mathis, Spencer James Hugo, Ryan Donald Bobbick, Catherine Naomi Jobson, Jordan McLaughlin, Sean Page, congratulations, Smaddies.
It is my pleasure on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Justice Studies to recognize our outstanding graduate. The recipient is selected on the basis of their overall academic success and performance in Justice Studies courses. Now I'd like Blake Aaron Pendleton to rise and be recognized as the outstanding student in Justice Studies. Congratulations, Blake. The Justice Studies Department is holding a reception for graduates and their families in Moody Hall after the conclusion of the ceremony, and we invite you to attend. And now will our graduates rise and come forward. Graduates of the Department of Justice Studies receive the BA and BS degrees. On behalf of the faculty of the department, it is my pleasure to present our spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Christine Robinson, Professor of Justice Studies. Dr. Robinson.
Carolyn Louise Durston. Eva Maria Chavez. Abby Nicole Williams. Danielle Brianna Rinker. Emily Lauren Sherrill. Austin Curtis Neal. James Leroy Duval III. Jacob Andrew Knight. Catherine Rose Gerais. Julie Anna Casoulas. Alexis Lauren Hughes. Michelle Alice D'Ambra. Hallie Nicole Kendall. Jasmine Christina Holiday. Gabriella Jane Rodriguez. Flynn Robert Ireland. Donovan Jordan McGeechee. Georgia Marling Richardson. Maya Robin Perez. Catherine Marie Maranga. Amanda Catherine Belfiore. Kayla Lynn Barker. Isabel Marie Foley. Kirsten Elizabeth Dodson. Emily Rose Casey. David Holsinger. Alexander James Valdez Recio. Colton Nutbrown. Matthew John Werner. Nicholas Robert Pinto. Amy Elizabeth Nikolich. Catherine Taylor Mikesell. Kaylee Jane McConnell. Robert Christian Trayer. Alexis Rosemarie Edmonds. Blake Aaron Pendleton. Kaylee Nicole Parham. Desiree Leah Bellino. Hey, girl, congrats. Morgan Nicole Lewis. Adam James Femister. Sydney Christine Bryan. Ashley Aaron Lind. Michael McBride Porter. Scarlett Sybil Cruz. Isabel Evelyn Hoagland. Jenny Lee Tron. Caitlin Maria Litton. Congratulations, graduates.
It is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Communication Studies, to recognize our outstanding graduates. Our outstanding graduate is expected to excel in the classroom and participate in important and meaningful activities outside the classroom as well. Now I would like Austin Poff to stand and be recognized as the outstanding student in the School of Communication Studies for 2019. Congratulations, Austin. And now, will our graduates please rise and come forward? Graduates of the School of Communication Studies receive the BA and BS degree. On behalf of the faculty of the school, it is my pleasure to present our Spring 2019 graduates. The individual graduates will be recognized by Dr. Lori Britt, Associate Professor of Communication Studies. Dr. Britt.
Ryan Thomas Strand. Emily Elizabeth Howe. Tyler Wynn Crowell. Elise Haley Roberson. Claire Rose Wynn. Cecily Irene Thomas. Sophia Belen Witt Margulies. Shemar David Preston Liggins. Bianca Beatrice Galvez. Bilal Sharif Wallace. Zachary Dashel Benson. Raymond Cannon Gallagher. Megan Lee Adams. Julia Marie Smith. Lydia Mary Erickson. Rosina Angela Ferrante. Brittany Catherine Glennon. Danielle Suzanne Coate. Jenna Kathleen Skull. Jillian Ray Brieger. Riley Douglas Stapleton. Noelle Helenan Rutolo. Marcela Maria Luna Rosales. Stephen Francis Abramowitz. Keith James McDonald. Olivia Ann Trubin. Harper Helena Robinson Kaufman. Amanda Wing Yu Chan. Abigail Grace Eanes. Colleen Marie Coleman. Dyer Christian Pace. Brooke Lynn Long. Cole Damian Heerholzer. Nicholas Gerard Anguiano. Morgan Olivia Britt. Caitlin Kathleen Moore. Caitlin Gypsy Taylor. Molly Suzanne Bradshaw. Kaylin Alyssa Mathis. Richard Austin Francis Carey. Jordan Elizabeth Lee. Kelly Ann Fresco. Kayla Ruth Gwaltney. Alexa J. Ellis. Zachary Evan Mantlo. Christian Uvangi Heist. Caitlin Ashley Gergis. Emma Elizabeth Strong. Bronwyn Haley Neal. Grace Culpepper Tiernan. Olivia Adel Stevens. Alyssa Blair Davis. Chancey Nicole Davis. Dalen Levon Burgess. Caleb Joshua Parson. Kyle Thomas Purcell. Catherine Lorraine Jankalunas. Sarah Ann Butts. Lauren Grace Dorenzo. Paige Caroline Dunnigan. Emily Ray Wood. Tufik Oel Hussan. Brianna Simone Euler. Catherine Marie Keeley. Caleb Gedeon. Bethany Penn. Jessica Rose Martin. Audrey Rose Antonello. Sarah Catherine Marchesini. Madeline Renee Amons. Sarah Michelle Tooth. Aubrey Henderson. Meredith Vassar Feynman. Ryan Power Smith. Jeremy David Walker. Crystal Carey Inman. Madison Tate English. Travis Whitfield. Brian Scott Beenacker. Jenna Olivia Wimsat. Lauren Christine Thatcher. Rachel Deanne Cicero. Adam Scott Reed. Catherine Jean Torrey. Max Fitzpatrick Parent. Catherine Paxton Peterman. Madison Ray Schonbacher. Lauren Pollock. Marquise Trevon Lee. Jessica Yan Nguyen. Delaney Casey N. Danielle Marie Finn. Samantha Rose Zakruski. Kirsten Joanne Morgan. Kelsey Ray Drum. Emma Elizabeth Williams. Sydney Caroline Walzer. Abby Paige Hagan. McKenna Eileen Jones. Emma Mercedes Bergeron. Dominique Marie O'Hearn. Alexis Nicole Hendrick. Sean Thomas Blount. Christian Richard Thompson. Julianne Isabel Betcher. Casey Alexandra Woodcock. Brianna Noel Brown. Mallory Smith Washington. Tal Goldstein. Jasmine Alexandria Bunker. Janai Ariel Golden. Sabrina Corey. Ashley Ann Accardo. Catherine Rose Allen. Montrese Michelle Moore. Samantha Lee Sadler. Keaton Lim Amthor. Joseph Albert Chipman. Megan Bailey Diana. Natalie Erica White. Spencer Christopher Nixon. Austin Ryan Poff. Carly Marie Lorenz. Madison Paige Stenard. Benjamin Paul Caracciolo. Celia Grace Cooper Marsh Delk. John David Mirambel. Christopher Del Provant. Haley Marie Ramirez. Caitlin Marie Kotwicki. Elizabeth Ray Gross. Riley Aaron Harvey. Joseph Ryan Williams. Mackenzie Gallen. Alyssa Lubisher. Emily Frances Allwell. Jenna Elizabeth Koschke. Caitlin Elizabeth Fee. Hang on. Audrey Elizabeth Stenerson. Brooke Taylor Mincy. Marissa Danielle Fornaro. Rebecca Kathleen Floyd. Mary Marjorie Long. Good. Alexandra Krista Ali. Katie Harrell. Emily Visco. Olivia Sarah Eve Wolfenden. Emily Catherine Perro. Teresa Ann Gregory. Jacob Tyler Russell Patterson. Brianna Michelle DiNardo. Kara Quinn Raymond. Sophie Helena Lex. Julia Lee Chapman. Faith Elizabeth Walker Mickens. Megan Ashley Shaw. Amanda Rose Easter. Christina Marie Cosentino. Matt Canduso. Alexander Baker. Anthony William Carino. Bridget Marie Wisniewski. Paige Marie Corey. Kate Louise Smith. Carly Michelle Church. Connor Donegan Salter. Amar Carter Mitchell. Anya Idrizi. Marissa Elizabeth Quander. Megan Diane Wagoner. Lindsay Smith. Jaden Elizabeth Alfonsi. Jacqueline Grace Fackler. Adam Philip Tomzak. Gordon Patrick Lucy. James Thomas Stearman. Daniel Jacob Hirshorn. Caitlin Rose Farrell. Kenneth Ray McCarthy. Benjamin Robert Shadler. Christina Dietz Gillespie. Leanna Marie Thomas. Arissa Hillary Gazda.
Wow. I don't know if my arm will ever recover. You are an awesome group. Give yourselves a big round of applause. So now that the graduates have marched across the stage, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very special guest, Mr. Trip Hughes. Trip is an alumnus of the College of Arts and Letters who will deliver remarks from the Alumni Association. You are now all members of the Alumni Association. Mr. Hughes, a practicing attorney, graduated in 2009 from JMU with honors and distinction in history. He then matriculated to the T.C. Williams School of Law at the University of Richmond, where he earned his JD with honors. He has served as the JMU Alumni Association Richmond Chapter President for 2.5 years before being elected to the JMU Alumni Association Board of Directors, where he currently serves as Chairman of the Nominations Committee. As you will hear, Mr. Hughes is passionate about his arts and letters education and helping alumni and students get the most out of their JMU network. Mr. Hughes.
Thank you, Dean Aguirre, and congratulations to the class of 2019 on this milestone achievement. This is amazing for me to stand here. It's hard to believe 10 years ago, I sat where you are as a history major graduating in the class of 2009. And this can be you one day, okay? Just keep that in mind. I'm honored to be before you today and welcome you to the JMU Alumni Association. Although your time on this beautiful campus as a student is coming to a close, today you join the ranks of over 136,000 JMU alumni. That's a huge network of people. Today you begin the next step in a Madison experience that never ends. The JMU Alumni Association is everywhere. We proudly represent our university across the country and indeed around the world. I encourage you to travel wearing your JMU gear, and you will see what I mean. You will inevitably get Go Duke shout-outs wherever you go. We are donors, volunteers, and advocates. We hold doors. We create networks that strengthen JMU and enrich the lives of JMU alumni. We're a worldwide and open-hearted community of people who understands what it means to be the change, and we realize the awesome responsibility we have in being ambassadors for Madison to help create a brighter future for our beloved alma mater, fellow alumni, and for future students, so they can join you and me in our love for JMU. I want you to know that the JMU Alumni Association is here to help you stay connected and ensure your Madison experience never ends. Mine has continued to grow as a chapter leader with the Richmond Alumni Chapter, then as a member of the School of Liberal Arts Alumni Advisory Board, and as a director on the Alumni Association Board of Directors. The connections I have made through those groups have helped me personally and professionally, and in all ways have fostered an ever-growing love and desire to give my time, talent, and treasure back to JMU. I encourage you to do the same. On that note, the Alumni Association has over 35 alumni chapters located worldwide, including Northern Virginia, Richmond, and even one in London, England. And I encourage you, wherever life takes you, to go to chapter events and connect with your fellow alumni. You never know what you might get out of a JMU event or connection. There are opportunities to get involved with the Alumni Association through those local chapters, or if there isn't a chapter in your area, as a regional ambassador or as part of the GOLD Network, which stands for Graduates of the Last Decade, of which, as of today, you're all members. I encourage you to activate your Madison network through professional development events and webinars put on by the Alumni Association that might help you find a job when you're looking, and will certainly help you as you transition to the workplace and beyond. Today, I want to let you know about what could be your first alumni event, a great reason to come back to campus. The JMU Alumni Association is hosting its first ever Reunion Zero this year as part of the Madison Alumni Conference, which will occur on May 31st, so not too far down the road. It's a chance for you as new grads to participate in MAC as an alumni. I also hope you will join me and your fellow Dukes to come back to campus October 25th through 27th for your first ever homecoming as a JMU alum. And it is an awesome experience. You can always come back to your second home here at JMU, but homecoming is always special, and especially as the Alumni Association has some exciting events planned for this year you don't want to miss. I charge you to be a mentor, an advocate, and be informed, involved, and invested in JMU. Continue holding those doors open to help shape the future of our university, because it helped make you who you are today. Finally, I will promise you this because I've lived it myself. Your relationship with JMU as an alum can be as rewarding as it was when you were a student, because you are Dukes from day one and you are alumni for life. And because of that, your Madison experience can last forever. Graduates of the College of Arts and Letters, class of 2019, congratulations and welcome to the JMU Alumni Association. Go Dukes!
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. This then, graduates, marks the end of what I hope has been a meaningful and memorable event for you and those of us who have assembled here to honor you. I want you to know that you will forever be a part of JMU. You are always welcome on our campus, and we hope you will return often. We are proud of you, and you have our very best wishes for future success and happiness. And now, following the singing of our alma mater, I officially declare these ceremonies for 2019 adjourned. Have a wonderful afternoon and a safe trip home.